Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, we are Nick and Sarah, and with our two little dogs, we live and travel full time in our van when the world permits it. Over the last few years, we've visited over 25 countries, and this winter we're traveling from southern Spain all the way north to the UK and beyond. In last week's vlog, we had a little taster of Wales and were absolutely blown away. This week, we crossed the border to England to explore a stunning historic city, and then back to Wales. Hey guys, and
Hello.
Welcome back to England.
Yeah, we're back in England, just like that. But don't worry, we are going back to Wales.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, basically, I'm quite lucky enough to have some family in North Wales and some family here in Chester.
Chester is amazing. It's in a beautiful part of the world. You're literally on the doorstep of Snowdonia, just on the edge of Wales. You've got the big cities in the north, not too far away. And where some of Sarah's family live is right in the heart of Chester, literally 5 minutes walk from the old centre.
Oh, we love Chester because it's just a very compact city. It's really pretty, it's really small. You've got the old walls and so much history. It's so old. It's like, it's kind of medieval.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a reasonable sized city, but it doesn't feel like one. It only goes up like 4 stories, and the main centre is surrounded by these beautiful old walls, which only take like a couple of hours to walk around the whole thing.
City, yeah.
So anyway, before we show you more of this beautiful city, we thought we'd just explain kind of our rough plans and what's happening.
Yeah, so as you guys know, we've mentioned it before, we haven't seen some of our family members for literally years. I think it was 7 years. 7 or 8
years.
That we've been lost. It's for some of them. So as you can understand, we've had a lot of catching up to do. Oh! Keeper scores! We've been doing that this week with my family here in Chester and North Wales, and that was like the main reason for coming back. We haven't seen our parents for years as well. So, and then we've got here and we're really enjoying the van life in the UK. I mean, there's so many places to see. So it's very difficult to try and juggle the travel with spending time with our family. We're going to do both, obviously. We're going to see as much as we can.
We're going to show you as much as we can.
Yeah.
Of course, we're going to be spending Christmas with our families. We're going to have like loads of Christmas dinners.
It's going to be like the Vicar of Dibley, you know, where she runs around house to house because she's too polite to say no.
Yeah, it's going to be nice, but we are going to travel around. But yeah, the good thing about having family here and travelling in the van
in the winter time when there's no solar power, for example,
is you get to charge up your batteries. You just go off for a week, park on someone's driveway, and then you just recharge everything.
I'm quite enjoying drive life as well. It's good fun. So the good thing about little old Vinster is his size. He can get in some pretty tight spaces and some really small driveways. Not a bad day.
Not quite the views that we're used to, but drive life's been interesting.
This one's got a bit of a better view. There we go. And we got the power. As you can see, it's just there running through the van.
And you get to have a hot shower and stuff. But oh, look at this. The water tower.
The water tower. So basically, if you come to Chester, I mean, if you like history, this place is the place to come. So you walk around these old walls all the way around the city, and then you come across places like this, and then you've got all of the information here on these really good plaques.
It's got so much Roman architecture. It's actually got the oldest Roman wall in Europe.
Look at the stonework.
Yeah, we're absolutely loving the UK. We've only been on the road for like, I don't know, a couple of weeks, but we've seen so much already. And we've decided that we will be coming back here.
We will be coming back. Now, we haven't mentioned how long we're here for this time. And to be honest, we don't really know.
Watch your steps, darling.
We should, or we're supposed to be back in Europe early February because the dog's rabies booster runs out before, but we're thinking we could extend it maybe if it's allowed and do like a booster here before and then stay longer, because we're having just such a good time. But obviously if the weather turns really bad and it gets too wet and too cold, it might be worth us going south, and then we've decided we'll come back at the end of the summer next year.
Yes, we will.
Because we're loving it.
Because there's so much to see here, and to be honest, we're not going to have time with seeing family, because that's the main reason we came back.
Yeah.
And trying to see certain places, but we're limited. So
we 100% want to come and see Scotland and Ireland, but we don't know if we can do that before February. If we do go back in February, if that makes sense. So we have to come back next year, don't we? We have to.
We have to. Loving it. And to be honest as well, like autumn is an amazing time of year. In Spain, we're not used to autumns because we don't really have them in southern Spain.
Yeah, we don't see leaves like this all the time.
Look at this, the lovely colours on the trees and the forest.
Think, you know, we said it before, but I think we've been, apart from like one day of torrential rain, which you've seen in the last vlog, but we've been so lucky with the weather. We just hope it stays. Quite a lot of blue skies, very mild. And yeah, let's see if we're saying this sort of thing in January.
Let's see.
Let's hope we are.
As long as that heater keeps on working, we'll be fine.
Exactly.
But yeah, so we will be coming back. So thank you for all the suggestions of places to visit. We'll see as many as we can.
Yeah, and we're still going through them. We're making notes of everywhere, and we will get round everywhere eventually. I mean, it's a bit this year and a bit next year.
As we said, we've been spending time with family for the last week, very local to the city centre, so it's given us a chance to explore this beautiful city of Chester. Was originally a Roman fortress and dates back to the 1st century AD. It has the most complete city walls, where Roman legionnaires marched to war, Vikings wreaked havoc, and Norman invaders conquered Anglo-Saxons. It has the oldest racecourse and the largest Roman amphitheatre in Britain, plus a 1,000-year-old cathedral with Europe's finest example of medieval carvings. And not forgetting the famous rows, which date back 700 years, 2-floor, understory shopping set in the stunning Tudor medieval architecture. You're not going to walk on that, Charlie. That's a bridge and a half, that, isn't it? So yeah, Chester is well worth a visit. There is just so much packed into this small city. And
we've just had a last minute or last part of the day sunshine peeking through, making this lovely River Dee look very impressive.
Yeah, you can actually get on a boat, have a little meal on there and do a tour round the city, because the river sort of snakes round.
There's so much to do here, isn't there? Feel a lot like Christmas. This is another thing that's awesome for us being in the UK. This time of year it gets so Christmassy, doesn't it? And we're not really used to that in Spain. It never feels that Christmassy in Spain, does it?
We kind of like hope for overcast weather because generally it's quite sunny and hot. And
but I mean, with all the lights and the Christmas trees, people really go to town here, and it's just really nice being back this time of year and seeing all of that as well, because we've already been to Chester this week in the evening time. You've got the Christmas market.
Yeah, Christmas market, they turn the lights on, just missed that, but yeah, it just looks magical. And especially Chester itself is just a magical city anyway. Yeah. But we've just been walking around the walls for the last couple of hours, so I suppose best show you a bit of the city centre.
This is the gardens and old Roman baths and other bits and bobs like that. See, the only downside to coming and visiting the UK this time of year is it gets dark really, really early. So, you know, it's kind of like 4:30, I think. Is it 4:30?
4:30, it's dark.
Almost.
Really dark.
It'll be really dark by 4:30.
As Sarah mentioned previously, all around the city there's these little plaques and bits of plaques. These plaques of information about the history and about the different towers and the bridges and everything. It's just crazy to think that these walls have been here for like centuries and centuries, since like the Roman times, since, you know, 1st century AD. Like Roman legionnaires were walking across here and defending the city against invaders. It's just mad, so
rich,
much history.
Really, really rich in history, isn't it? And these are the second floor kind of row arcade shops. Yeah. Is that what you'd call it? That are running both down both sides of the street on the main street and maybe on some side streets. Don't know, but it's pretty unique.
700 years
700 years old. Lots of all of this is 700 years old. I mean, that's old, isn't it? That's really. I'm surprised you can still walk up here.
So anyway, guys, enough about the Roman walls, the amphitheatre, the racecourse, the cathedral, the rows, all of that stuff. The thing I love most about Chester is just walking around. It's a proper little enchanting, magical little city. It's like something
like Harry Potter.
Something straight out of Harry Potter. It's incredible. It's just beautiful, especially with all the Christmas lights, these little cobbled streets and all these old medieval Tudor buildings. It's just beautiful, isn't it?
It's really beautiful. And it's just started raining. So we better go and get that ale, my love.
Time for an ale.
Everyone, and we have left Chester. We are back on the road after spending several days with our family and doing a bit of drive life. We are back on the road. It feels good.
Feels real good, and I cannot believe the weather. We've said this before, we'll say it again. It's completely blue skies.
Completely blue skies. Okay, a little bit cold. It's probably only 7 or 8 degrees, but that doesn't matter because the sun has got his hat on.
Hip 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 hooray!
And yes, and we've just crossed back into Wales, and now we're going to LLangollen.
Whatever she said. So we've just arrived at this amazing aqueduct. It's a 19-arch aqueduct, obviously with water in it, ferrying canal boats across the River Dee, which was the river that was also in Chester.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to do it now. The light's a bit harsh. We've just sent the drone up and couldn't see anything because the sun is in completely the wrong position.
There's also a viaduct here, is it?
Yeah,
where
viaduct.
The train goes over.
Yeah.
And we've heard that it's a really nice little town to walk around and things like that.
LLangollen, yeah.
LLangollen. So I think we'll head into town now and save this stuff for tomorrow. Is that the plan?
Fingers crossed the weather's going to be okay tomorrow morning, and you have to pay like £3 for the parking, so it's worthwhile staying here for a bit and doing a few
do like
treks.
A long walk if you're going to pay rather than just a rush thing. So that's the plan. So let's head into town. Quick change of plan, or immediate change of plan, shall I say, because what has happened, this is very exciting.
Fish and chips, mushy peas and curry sauce.
Oh my gosh, we finally got it!
It's fish and chips. We're going to go and find a picnic bench somewhere. We're not going to just eat it on the streets. It can't be done in the van.
Yeah, because look behind you, it looks like we're back on the drive.
Deja vu.
So I think this must be the longest few mile drive of my life. Fish and chips smell so good. I'm absolutely starving now. Alrighty, we found somewhere to park and there's a nice little picnic bench down by the river. Here we go. So this is now living the dream, isn't it? We can see the van. We're sat right by the river, autumn leaves everywhere, and finally got our fish and chips. Plus, we pulled into the car park and the lady said, oh, you don't have to pay after 3 o'clock, and it was just 3 o'clock. It's just perfect.
Look at that.
Oh, you got mushy peas.
Oh, get that curry sauce open as well.
And curry sauce, and it's still just about hot enough.
Cheers. Oh yeah, is that good, Charlie?
How good is that? So it was Josie's, was it? Josie's fish and chips near the aqueduct in the little village of I'm not sure. Very, very good fish and chips.
And only a tenner for large chips, 2 fish, big mushy peas and a big curry sauce. Bargain.
£10.
Bargain. So we've had our fish and chips now. Now we're just going to top it off with a cheeky little ale.
And then more fish and chips.
And then more fish and chips and just go same again. It's quite fresh now, so we're just going to try and find a nice cosy pub that's dog friendly.
Yeah. And then we can't stay in this car park. It's free parking after 3 o'clock, but it says no overnights, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll have to go and find somewhere. I think we've found somewhere that looks all right on the park for night out, so we'll go and figure that out in a bit.
See, I'm surprised we get anywhere.
I'm always faffing, aren't I, my love?
Takes half an hour to get our shoes on.
I think it's definitely getting into sort of gloves and scarves weather. It's pretty chilly, isn't it? Look at this. So pretty, isn't it?
Had to be done. I have gone for the Hobgoblin Ruby Ale. Now, I've seen this ale bitter beer, don't know what it is, but I've seen this all over the place. Had to try it.
And
disgusting. No, it's all right.
He's joking.
It's not my favourite. The Blue Moon we had the other day.
That's really nice.
That's nice.
And I've just gone for, I don't know, I just asked for a lager.
Classic Foster's, the Great British Dash Australian Lager. Oh, ow! Ow! That is hot. Not complaining though.
It's just an absolute lifesaver, that diesel heater. It must be about, I don't know, 3 or 4 degrees outside. It's 19 degrees now in the van. So what we do is maybe half an hour, the van gets nice and toasty, then we'll switch it off for a little while, and then we'll whack it back on again later. And we've got the electric blanket on underneath here for sweet little Charlie Bear. And it's a little butt warmer. So we'll show you where we're parked up in the morning, because obviously it's completely pitch dark, kind of just in the centre of LLangollen. And this is us for the night. We're both feeling a little bit tired and emotional because we've just spent over a week with family catching up. And yeah, a bit of an early night, I think, my love.
Yes, indeed. I think we're gonna settle down soon.
Watch something on TV or watch a show or something.
And just get cosy. Yeah, it's nice to be back on the road, but we're going to wake up feeling refreshed tomorrow. Maybe even for sunrise.
Oh, there's a challenge.
So guys, before we say goodnight, we thought we'd just show you our new, massively improved home cinema setup. And yeah, if you can hear that in the background, that is the sound of an open log fire.
You can actually feel the heat from it. Wow. No, you can't, but you know, you feel like you can.
Yeah, we're not just going to watch this fire all night, but we are going to put a movie on. Yes, we've received this BENQ, or BENQ, depends how you pronounce it, was kind enough to send us their latest and greatest portable travel wireless projector.
Is it
waterproof, shockproof, dustproof. This is a proper beast, and as you can hear, the sound is absolutely incredible. It's almost like you've got surround sound in your van. It's so immersive, like the bass line and everything is incredible. It's
just unreal. Compared to our last projector, it's just like several grades up.
We thought our little mini one was good, but this,
it looks more like we've got like a 42-inch or whatever it is TV rather than a projector in the van, because it's that crisp and clear.
So bright in here. you only need that on, and you don't need any other lights on. But yeah, it's a brilliant piece of kit. It's got an autofocus, so you just turn it on, it just focuses whatever distance you've got from the screen. And one of the best features is you can have it at any angle. Literally, it can be at a 45-degree angle, and you can adjust it so it becomes flat on the screen, if you know what I mean. And it's also got a little dongle you can put in it, so you can download all your favorite apps. You can watch YouTube. You can watch your favorite YouTubers on there
on the big screen. And guys, for all the specs and everything else, click the links in our description if you want to check out one of these. And we're going to get into a bit of something or nothing now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to turn this fire off, get a movie on, and just chill out. Good morning, guys. Unfortunately, we didn't make it up for sunrise. Now, who put their bets on that?
But I did-ish.
Well, I did. Sarah never gets up.
No, the thing was, there was no actual sunrise because it was completely grey, so you couldn't see the sun. And we're about to escape this car park. But
guess what? Guess.
I'll give you one guess.
No prizes for guessing, but just guess for fun.
The van didn't start! Did you, Minster?
It's not his fault though, is it? It's just the battery. The battery problem. I think we may need a new starter battery.
It was pretty cold as well last night.
The first frost.
Yeah.
Or the second frost.
Anyway, he's charging up, so we're just sort of hanging out in the car park, having like 6 coffees, and probably start in a minute though, won't he?
Yeah.
It's a bit drizzly.
Bit drizzly.
A little bit drizzly.
It's atmospheric, it looks nice.
The babies might have to stay in the van. Don't think Charlie can get up on that aqueduct.
There's no way he's going anywhere near that.
Yeah. So there we go. So let's see if the van starts, shall we, my love?
Let's put it down on the clutch, leave it on for a minute.
Leave it on for a moment. Thanks for all your tips on trying to start an old van, by the way. And can you leave some messages in the comments about where's the best place to get a battery, a starter battery? I mean, I don't know. Anywhere, I suppose, but if anyone knows particularly anywhere in particularly, here we go.
Oh, there you go. Always gets there in the end, doesn't he?
That was just absolutely first time.
Yeah.
Just charging up. Thank goodness for the power stations again. It's good, isn't it? Did you see that? Or was it because I started it? Because you did try and start it 4 times this morning, couldn't get it going. Now, are you going to be alright staying here? Dizzee, I think, is alright. You want to come with us, Charlie, don't you? Come on then. I can see you want to come. Dizzee will be alright. Jump out then. There we go.
It's a bit cold for Diz.
It is a bit cold. We've just arrived at Horseshoe Waterfall, and there's a nice bridge. We're not going to be long. So we'll leave little Diz there with his blanket, and we're going to have a little look.
So much to see around this area, and it's set in beautiful surroundings. You've got this little river that's snaking down the valleys and little hillsides, ruins, there's abbeys, there's all sorts around here, but can't see it all, can you? So we're just going to have a little walk around this little area before continuing to the aqueduct.
Yeah! Come on, Charlie! Come on, little one!
So let's see how far Charlie goes down here, because this is a little chain bridge crossing the river. See how long it takes for Charlie to clock it. Charlie, this isn't the bridge, by the way. Well, it is a bridge.
This is practice for the bridge.
Oh no, Charlie. Lots of bridges here.
I don't think we're allowed to go on it, so that's lucky for Charlie. That's the falls over there.
So that was the Horseshoe Falls, and quite nice. Looks a little bit man-made, but set in these beautiful surroundings.
Is it man-made?
Well, I don't think it naturally forms that shape.
Why is it called Horseshoe Falls?
Why?
Yes.
Is she serious? Are you serious? Is she serious? Look at that lovely little canal. I think you can hire canal boats out for like a week or a day or whatever all around here, go over the aqueduct and down all these beautiful canals. Wow.
So it seems that Charlie has got over his fear of bridges in the UK.
Look at him. Look at him, he's not scared at all. Hey? You little dancing on the bridge. Go on.
Maybe I did understand why the waterfall was called the Horseshoe Waterfall. Why is this called the Horseshoe Bridge?
It's not called the Horseshoe Bridge.
Oh. Right, we are back in the van and heading to the aqueduct. We are now walking across this huge aqueduct. 1 second. Thank you. I mean, it's pretty cool. Oh, makes you a bit dizzy when you look down, as you can see, quite high, and then the canal that goes next to you here. How cool on the supboards would that be?
I probably wouldn't trust Sarah on the supboard, because if you fall over that way, it's just pretty cool though.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a current this way, so just bobbing along on a lilo would be quite nice.
Yeah, it's
in the summer. So guys, how amazing was LLangollen?
Could have waited for me to do my hair.
Scarecrow over here.
Excuse the scarecrow look. Yeah, oh god, it was amazing, isn't it? And there's
stunning.
There's lots of things we didn't actually see.
So much to see.
That
but
means we can go back.
That's the same everywhere, isn't
That's
it?
the same
so
everywhere.
much to see and so little time.
So,
but anyway,
on that note,
on that bombshell, this video is over.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We have no idea where we're going to be next week. We really haven't decided. But you will find out by watching next Thursday. So please make sure you're subscribed to this channel if you aren't already, because it helps us out massively. It's free to do. Just open a Google account and easy peasy. Yes, give us the like button and hit us up with a little comment below and tell us how much you love this little dog.
And the other one.
And the other one is asleep in the front. Yes, and that's it.
Anyway, yeah, take care guys, and we'll see you next week.
Might have to be an outtake this one, as Charlie's just doing a poo. Good timing, Charlie.
Don't be embarrassed, Charlie, don't be embarrassed.
Stop it. See, who says Charlie's afraid of bridges? Now, maybe I could have done. Anyway, I think we just might have passed the bridge.
Right, okay.
Let's go back. Any old owl. That's it for now.